All right, everybody, welcome to Facebook Live. This is Dr. Jeff down here at Rythmia, and I have a guest today. And this guest did amazing here at Rythmia. Her name is Justice, and she's from Manitoba, Canada. All right, shout out to Canada. And we love the Canadians here. And she did amazing this week. And so we're going to talk a little bit about her experience and how she did. And it's going to be cool because, you know, I love meeting the guests and I love seeing their work that they do and the process they go through. And, you know, we plug everybody here into a formula in our program is what that is, that helps them realize their goals, which are reuniting with their soul and seeing who they've become and getting a new heart. And that's our program, and everything we do caters to that. So Justice, thank you for joining me on this.
Thanks for having me. Yeah,
it's my pleasure. So tell the people watching, like, what do you think this week has meant for you? Like, how has this been generally for you this week at Rythmia?
So many good things to say. I can't even really explain how great it was. It was just amazing. I feel like a completely different person, really. Like I feel healed from like head to toe, just a completely different person.
That's great. That's great. Did you have like any certain kind of goals or intentions when you were on your way coming to Rythmia? Did you have like certain things you wanted to sort out or work on? And if some of those things are private or personal, don't worry about talking about it. But if there's things you want to share with the group, feel free to.
Well, I've been on a healing journey for these past few years. There's a lot of painful circumstances in my life, like struggling from alcoholism and abuse, trauma, just really trying to better my life so I don't have to fall into the pits of despair again. And I just wanted to be a better person and get better. And
Excellent.
That's what, you know, this place helped me do.
Good. Did you participate in all 4 of the plant medicine sessions that we offered the week?
I did.
Good. How was that for you?
It was amazing. It was, of course, intense and challenging, but it was mind-blowing.
Good. Did you feel that after the plant medicine sessions in the evenings, that the next day, the day after had, the appropriate integration and the support, to help you kind of integrate what you've learned and seen and experienced? Like, did you feel supported, like, by the program and the staff?
Absolutely. Everybody was amazing. I got so much help, and it's like they intuitively knew, if I needed something, somebody talked to me or give me a hug, just help me out.
That's good.
So,
That's
I
good.
got everything I needed.
Something that I love about Rythmia is that, we get to, like I said earlier, we get to meet so many really cool people. And Justice did amazing here. And we had a ton of other guests here this week that all had different issues and things they were struggling with, whether that was anxiety or depression or drug and alcohol stuff, or like Justice said, some trauma. Plant medicine is great for PTSD. It really helps resolve historical trauma, neurochemical basis, but also emotionally and psychologically. So tell us, Justice, now we have these 3 goals, right? These 3 intentions that we explain to people, right? And one of them is show me who I've become, right? Did you feel that you were able to notice that while you were here? Like you saw the person that you had become, before you started Rythmia, like, your lifetime. Did you see like the authentic you and like, oh, I've been unplugged from myself for a bit. Like there's things that have gone on that maybe haven't even really been what I want to do with my life. And were you able to see and recognize, that was what you'd become and you wanted to work on that?
Yeah, absolutely. And just really seeing the things that were no longer serving me.
That's I love that. Yeah, because in life we pick up a ton of coping mechanisms, right? And it's normal to do that. Like it's normal to, we're all trying to survive. We're all trying to get through life. And sometimes we have the tools that are really healthy and good for us. And sometimes, we don't. And when we don't use the right tools or don't have the energy to go that road that's like more connecting and spiritual based, it's really easy to get off track. So the next part of what we do at Rythmia is after you see who you are, we work on merging your soul with yourself and getting a new heart. And when we say get a new heart, it's just like a new you, the real authentic you, plugged in and moving forward in a great way. So did you feel that that part also worked for you here?
Absolutely. The coming in with that intention, you go to the plant medicine, and the plant medicine knows how to heal you, knows better than, you know, anything else you could ever try. Mm-hmm. I've tried to go to therapy, I've tried doctors, prescriptions, just alcohol tried to help me out, doesn't help. Mm-hmm. But this modality of healing works better than anything I've ever tried.
Wow, that's great. That's so cool, because you know, like in the Western world, right? Like I, as a psychologist and a healthcare practitioner, you know, I was taught for many years, decades, that the healing process for somebody going through, you know, addiction or trauma or pain of any sort, like emotional, was a really long road, you know? So it's so cool to hear that, you know, within a week, you were able to realize such amazing stuff, right? And just work through so much. How were the other guests? Like, how'd you get along with the other guests? What were they like?
That was one of my favorite experiences, is just being like part of a community, you know, everybody going through a similar experience and just sharing openly and honestly with each other. And you could see the transformation in other people as well, like seeing people from the beginning looking in their eyes, and then at the end it's like, wow, you're like a different person. Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. I'm glad, because, you know, that's a big part of our experience, is the connection you can have with the other guests and the bonding that you guys create. You know, it's really important, because having a community of people that are like-minded, that have gone through the similar sort of process, is really key for future success. You know, because it's hard to go back home for some people, and, you know, they feel isolated and they're not plugged into a community that has, you know, this sort of forward thinking. You know, it's really hard. Mm-hmm. What's it like back at your community? Like, what's it like there for you? Are there other people there you're going to be connected to there, or is it kind of? It's kind of few and far between. Really. Yeah, Manitoba is a little sparse with that. Cold. Pretty cold. Yeah. So, you know, we have the guests this each week. They're here. They join a Facebook group so they can stay connected, and we can also stay connected to them, and we keep everybody kind of in the loop, you know, and moving through stuff. And sometimes people come back to visit and reconnect. So they have reunions often, which is cool. You know, some of the guests want to meet up again, like in a year or whatever. So that's always fun. How did you feel about the staff at Rythmia? Like, what's your experience been with the staff? So supportive. Everybody's so supportive. Just really nice and professional. Everything was amazing. The staff were really good. Oh, right on. Right on. How'd you get along with Gerry? He's amazing. He's such a powerhouse. Yeah. So cool. Since this is Gerry's normal Facebook time, and he's not here today, so I want to give a shout out to Gerry, right? What's up, Gerry? Yeah, his vision for Rythmia is incredible, because, you know, all the things that he went through in his life to get to a point where he really needed some healing, and he did all these different modalities, and eventually he put together this program that uses all the things that work for him together in one place. So that's basically what Rythmia is. So what Gerry likes to say is, you know, if it could fix him, it could fix anybody. And I second that motion, because I worked with him for about 10 years. So I agree. If you're feeling super overwhelmed with life, you've been going to, you know, doctors, therapists, etc., and it just hasn't worked for you, this is going to be a place that's really going to help you out. It's really going to help plug you into your soul, get you connected, get you a new heart, show you who you've become. You know, because if it's interesting, because if you don't know who you've become, it's hard to know who you are as a person. So looking at the dark side of who we are, right, the full spectrum of who we are, and acknowledging that we have some weaknesses and some things that we're trying to fix, and we have sometimes like bad intentions. You know, it's all part of life. If we don't look at those things also and understand that that's part of us, then it's really hard to choose the right way to live. It's hard to choose like the correct way that's more spiritual based and loving. So what I used to work with a lot of my patients back in LA was, you know, they had all these intentions about doing the right thing, and they really wanted to, and they were good people, but they hadn't resolved the historical trauma and all the things that were like eating at them subconsciously, and also their coping mechanisms that weren't really working for them to be successful, and they weren't really aware of that. So
it's almost like the subconscious mind was controlling behaviorally the way they would respond to things in life. And, you know, that's just really frustrating because it's almost like you see yourself, you know, why am I continuing to do this? Why am I continuing to drink alcohol, you know, in excess? Why am I continuing to pick bad relationships? Why, like, I know it's not right, but I just can't seem to stop, right? So what I love about ayahuasca and plant medicine actually is I love that it helps people resolve all that stuff. It helps them resolve it, and then they can really choose the way they want to live, and they can be focused and be on a path that's clear for them, that's really eye-opening, basically. So how was the food?
Oh my gosh, food's so good. Food's really, really good.
That's my favorite part. Go Meg. Meg's our chef.
Best lunch ever.
Good. Yeah, so it's all part of everything. The food, the body work, you know, the massage, the pool, the classes we have, the lectures, the plant medicine ceremonies, the breath work that we do, the yoga, being in Costa Rica in this blue zone, the whole thing is about healing and connecting with yourself and connecting with others, right? So how's it going to be going home now? How do you feel?
I'm excited. I feel like I'm going home kind of a new person, so I'll be able to connect in a more meaningful way with the ones I love.
Excellent. Do you feel that, like, you know, I'm guessing it will, but do you feel that your influence, you know, by how you're vibing and how you're feeling yourself is going to affect those around you in a good way?
Well, absolutely.
Yeah,
sure.
that's good.
I feel like my dad's going to be really happy to see me.
All right. Was he not happy before? I'm sure he was always happy to see you. No, but it is cool because family members, right, especially parents and siblings, they'll notice right away that you've shifted. They'll notice right away because they know you the best, right? So they're going to notice right away, and that's exciting. And that, you know, the best way to promote what you're doing with your life is to just live it in a healthy, happy way. You don't have to explain to a bunch of people a bunch of details. You don't have to tell them a bunch of stuff. Just if you're happy, you're successful, you're doing well, you're in a good mood, that's the best sort of language that you can offer. Obviously, if they ask questions, you can tell them, right? But generally, you know, just the way you are living is like the best sort of example, you know, to people that this works. You can do this in a short time, and you can get plugged in a deep way, right? So, do you have anything else you want to tell our Facebook Live viewers?
If you have any inclination to come to Rythmia, just come to Rythmia. It's amazing. My life has changed. I feel like a new person. It has totally healed me.
I love that. You know, that's great advice, because if you're on the fence, you're a little nervous, you haven't traveled abroad before, Costa Rica is a really safe country. It's super easy to get here. Yeah, and this is a great place for everybody. So give us a call. The number's up here on the screen, right up there. And we look forward to meeting you in Costa Rica. Pura vida. Thanks for watching.